The Indonesia-Sweden Investment Forum, organized by the Indonesian Embassy, took place in Stockholm at the World Trade Center last Thursday. The forum concluded with a strong consensus that Indonesia and Sweden are poised to deepen their cooperation and significantly increase Swedish investments in Indonesia.
Sweden has long been a key business partner for Indonesia, as evidenced by the steady growth of Swedish investments in the country. By the third quarter of 2024, Swedish investments reached $172.65 million, more than triple the total investment of $50.4 million in 2023. This increased number reflects the growing interest of Swedish companies in Indonesia, driven by the country's increasingly favorable investment climate. In light of this progress, the Indonesian Embassy organized the Business Forum in Stockholm to further promote collaboration between Indonesia and Sweden.
Indonesia's total trade with Sweden in 2023 has reached a record high in 14 years. And in terms of investment, Swedish investment to Indonesia up to the third quarter of this year has surpassed the total investment of Sweden to Indonesia in the year 2023. So I hope this forum will provide an excellent platform for discussion between investors and policymakers in order to boost trade and investment between the two countries.
The event brought together government officials, business leaders, and key investors from both countries. It highlighted numerous investment opportunities in Indonesia, particularly in renewable energy, digitalization, and sustainable infrastructure. Speakers emphasized Indonesia's dynamic investment environment and its expanding economic potential.
And we provide as well for them of end-to-end assisting for those who are having interest to get to know with doing business in Indonesia and to implement their investment planning to be in Indonesia. And I guess by knowing of investment incentive, regulations that is also streamlining, and then also other facilities and even matchmaking that could be facilitated by the government, this could open up the opportunities for Swedish investors to come to Indonesia.
And inflation will also be maintained stable within the corridor of 2.5 plus minus 1%. So the next year will be at least as good as this year, for sure. Sweden has been one of the biggest investment country to Indonesia. Hopefully, with this stable economy growth, stable low inflation, and also the reform in the bureaucracy, and also the development of infrastructure, hopefully the investment will be growth and increase in the future. Thank you.
Sweden has shown strong interest in deepening its investment ties with Indonesia, particularly in sectors that align with sustainable development and innovation.
I think the investment climate is great. I think we have a lot of things to share. Sweden has come quite far with the green transition and technology, and Indonesia has a lot of resources and a lot of potential in the economy. So I think the trade and mutual benefits are extensive. Well, we have, of course, our embassies. I, as a parliamentarian here in Sweden, are working closely with the Indonesian ambassador here in Stockholm. But we also have the Swedish embassy in Jakarta. We have the Business Sweden organizations that promote trade and cultural exchanges between the different countries.
Our perspective within communication, I see it as one of the most interesting markets in the world. We have selected Indonesia and Sweden. They're very different markets, and both are very compelling.
More than 280 million people right now, and not only that, not only the fact that they are many in Indonesia, they are also young.
The Indonesian Embassy in Stockholm will continue facilitating discussions to advance economic cooperation between Indonesia and Sweden. This will help drive the implementation of investments with the goal of achieving a more prosperous and sustainable future for both countries. Manu Bisono reporting for SEAToday from Stockholm, Sweden.
Those are